My attitude has always been, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can always learn things. If you've got that mentality to learn, to commit yourself, you can pick up anything. If I ever get to a stage where I am a leader, managing a group of people, I want to be looking at good leaders and replicating that, because there's so much potential in people. And when you learn to unlock that, people really work for you. I took up an opportunity with a firm in Blackburn working in their tax department. Look, that was the start of my career. I started in the tax team. I didn't last. It didn't really work out for me. I had a team leader and I had a manager. What I found, when I sent jobs in for review with my team leader, she was very, very tough on me. She was the main point of contact, the main person that reviews everything. Whereas if I'd send jobs to the manager, things would go through smoothly. So there was always that disconnect. So they end up telling me, look, maybe look for a different, pathway. Accounting's not for you. So it was a bit of a shock. I was in the dumps a little bit at that stage. And I thought, I've spent 3 years studying accounting, and what's it come to? Nothing, if this is not my strength. So then, I was thinking, what was the experience? She was really tough as a team leader. Like, I would get yelled at as a grad in front of everyone in the group for making a mistake. I thought, no, this is bad.
Bad leadership there.
Is this what other firms are like? Is this the experience that you get? But that was what shaped me, the first job, probably 6 months, 8 months when I was in, because other people were getting promoted to business services, but, they were kind of holding me back a little bit. So that's where I was, around 2014. But thankfully, before, the prayer came in handy, praying diligently, and, an opportunity came up with a firm in Caulfield. They needed somebody to look after the super division and do a little bit of business services. So it was a 60-40 split at the time. So I interviewed with them. They were very impressed. It's not so much that I knew anything about super, but the attitude, the willingness to learn, which the partners saw, and they wanted to invest in that. So I took that up, took the role and started heading up their super division. And they had around 90 funds. So it was a good learning curve, learning the software. But my attitude has always been, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can always learn things. If you've got that mentality to learn, to commit yourself, you can pick up anything. So there was so much terminology in super that I wasn't aware of. So it was like learning a new language. But I put my skills into place. Like every night I would take home magazines, the SMSF magazine, the SMSF advisor, newsletters, read content online. None of it made sense. But over time, things started to click very quickly. And the partners recognized that for the technical ability that continued to grow and grow. An opportunity was given to contact clients. I didn't have that before. But I remember the partner at the time, and I'll mention his name, Travis, because he had a significant influence on me as a leader, because his approach was so different. And I think the reason for my success is largely in part to him, because his approach is about encouraging, seeing the potential in people. And when I saw the difference in leadership between him and, say, the old team leader, I thought to myself, look, if I ever get to a stage where I am a leader, managing a group of people, I never want to be replicating the experience that I've got here. I want to be looking at good leaders and replicating that, because there's so much potential in people. And when you learn to unlock that, people really work for you.